Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Warrior 4 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Last episode, Nara and Mara recruited Orin, their father's other apprentice, the good apprentice who didn't betray him, and he's going to join them on their quest for revenge against Balzack. They found Orin in the cave to the west of the village Keeves, where the girls grew up. And now we're going to head back to that cave, because we have to get the Sphere of Silence. With Orin in our party, it'll be much easier to get that sphere, because Orin can pretty much one-shot every enemy in the cave, and that'll allow Mara and Nara then to tag team any other remaining enemies. So, plus Orin has some good hit points, good defense, so he can absorb a lot of the damage from the front slot there. So, we'll also get something else that will help change a little bit here is the chain sickle. That'll give Nara some little bit more offense, and we'll get her a little bit more defense by buying her a feather cap to replace her leather hat. We're going to get another feather cap then for Mara, but it's not as important as for Nara because Nara's a little bit, she's ahead of Mara in the party order, so we want to give her the better defense equipment first. But we got quite a bit of gold. When we went through just half of the cave to get Orin last time. So we'll make more than enough money in our next trip through the cave to get Mara her feather hat. Let's check out the offensive. So yeah, Orin 82 attack power, 43 defense. The girls are catching up in defense-wise. They'll actually end up surpassing Orin eventually, but he has such high hit points that it's still better to always keep him in the front to absorb those hits. And that way too, Nara can always end up healing him. So let's head back into the cave. This time, instead of going on the second floor, instead of going straight to the west, we're going to go to the south and go get that Sphere of Silence. That'll basically stop, apparently, Balzack is a magician, and he got some pretty powerful magical abilities, so the sphere should help even up the party against him. Because after this, we will be going to Keeleon Castle, where Balzack is apparently hiding out, ruling the country. So we want to go grab this. So head down this way first, get some more money. I'm also going to find some more of those life force nuts in here. Between this episode and the next episode, I will use them once again on Nara. So Nara will get quite a bit of hit points, and it looks like the gap between her and Mara will grow. We're looking pretty big actually, but like I said, toward the end of the game, Nara's hit point growth just stop. So I might as well feed her those right now. And maybe they do that because she can actually get some of the best defensive equipment in the game. So maybe they figured out to balance her out. Low hit points, but high defensive gear. So I keep a few battles in, ones that we are going to gain some levels. Nara's going to gain a level here, and then Mara will gain one a little bit later. So we're going to have to do a little bit of level grinding between episodes as well, because we're going to run into another town. Well, two more towns. We got the Keeleon Castle, and there's another town yet, and there'll be a lot of weapons, armor upgrades you want to get there, because there's a big spike in difficulty. It's kind of like almost like Ragnar's chapter, where things were pretty easy. Even in the well where you found the flying shoes to rescue the children, but then once you got into the tower, things got really tough. So the final dungeon in this chapter is pretty tough. So a lot of tough enemies. They have spells. So we're going to want to max out our equipment and gain a few levels. Luckily though, the game is pretty nice in terms of balancing. It seems like by the time you get to the levels that you need to be at to kind of go through a dungeon, you gain just enough money to buy all the new equipment that you need. So, transfer that. Lamp of Darkness over to Mara. Lamp of Darkness is similar to the Lamp of Darkness in Dragon Warrior 3. It turns day into night. So we'll get some use out of that. Not this episode, but next episode. I'll end up turning day into night to explore the town and the castle at night. But both of them, even though they said they're like far north of, far to the north, they're not too much farther north from Keeves. I guess it's like a day and a half travel of walking, so I guess that's kind of far back in like medieval times, but it won't take us long to get there from Keeves once we head back there, which is where we'll actually be going, because we're going to take advantage of that. We're going to take advantage of the money that we made here to buy Mara her feather hat. And yeah, we're going to buy eventually new defensive equipment in 2 towns from now, in the final town, but none of them offer the headgear that we want. So Keeves is the best place to get that headgear. Well, basically the only place to get that headgear. So we're going to definitely want to grab it there. And like I said, then the endgame type stuff or the end chapter stuff. And then, like most of the other chapters, your finishing level for finishing chapters is usually around like level 13. So I'll be getting these characters up to about level 10 and 11 between the episodes. And like I said, that'll get me all the necessary equipment that I need. And there's a lot of new enemies around the Keeleon Castle in the final town. So they'll probably just end up doing a separate episode where I show off all those enemies that I'm fighting around there. So we've got quite a long list of new enemies. So yes, I'd like to show off all the different enemies here. All these enemies around here, all the same that we saw. Actually, there's one new one that not a new enemy, but we saw them in Prince Alina's chapter. There's Brahmards. They're like bulls that can sleep and kind of roll over. We saw them at Frenor, where May, the actress, was captured. They can be around here too, so. But they're kind of a rare encounter, so. So we're going to sell that leather hat. We have quite a good bit of money. We're gonna need like almost over like 4,000 gold to buy all the stuff that we want to buy up in the next area, the final town. So like I said, we got a pretty good jump on it. We'll be able to buy most of the defensive equipment. We'll finally be able to get a shield for Nara and new armor for Mara. Now we also have some new armor to get, but we won't be able to afford it. It's a little more expensive, but we'll get it between the episodes. So here's with Orin. He says he was able to break locks. So you just use the door command in front of a door, and Orin will open the door, even if it's locked. So these doors, that guy's dozing. These doors that we're seeing here, these gray doors, they're magic key doors. So later on in the game, we're going to have to get a magic key to open these doors when we don't have Orin in our party. This is the great Keeleon Castle. But for now, Orin's stuck enough to break them himself. So I don't know if he's like just grabbing the lock in his hand and breaking it, or maybe like a locksmith, or he has like magic alchemy. I'm the council. This is my room. Leave now. I'll put you in jail. Because, you know, in Dragon Quest games, there's the open spell that, like I said, Princess of Moonbrook got last in Dragon Warrior 2, and then the wizards were able to get in Dragon Warrior 3 that opened all doors. Get out of my way! I'll be caught. This guy He's chasing her, but we can't talk to him. We'll talk to him. We'll catch up to him later. But yeah, I guess that gold doesn't want to be caught because remember, the golds are just appearing in this area. So the Chancellor hates loud noises, and if we scare him, we can follow him. And that's going to be the reason why we have to go through the final dungeon in this chapter. Gotta find something to scare the Chancellor. Good food, dance, song. Isn't this place like paradise? No, because it's run by a monster. This guy gives a little clue. He's like, strange, I hear voices below. And there was that's a clue kind of where the king's secret passage is. Council is a nervous type. Some time ago, a man who made a big sound by the council room was put in jail in the port town. Where's the port town? It's on the north shore of the castle. We'll go talk with that guy. That's the final town, the port town. Well, not the final town. But the other town. It's like the Melmond of Dragon Warrior 4. It's all messed up. Those Castle's haughty. He's a coward. Try making a big noise by his room. He'll run screaming into the king's room. So that's how we're going to find the king's room. Like, so we'll get gunpowder from the one mine, and then we'll light it off and scare him. And we're going to cut this guy off. We're going to sneak up this way. He's running really, really fast. He really wants to chase that girl. It's funny, we can block him off, and then if you make it so that the goal is right behind him, chasing him. Haha, I'll catch you. So just something silly you can do, but I'm not going to waste all that time doing that, so let's just continue exploring the rest of the castle. Not much left to explore. This takes us to the upstairs. We saw where that went. And there was that door on the outside. It's a magic key door, but Orin can break the lock over here if you just leave this way. So there we go. So we'll come back to this castle in the next episode during nighttime. But it's just a short walk up to the port town here, so let's do it during the day, and we'll talk with the people here, and I'll be able to point out what I want to buy to equip our characters. This is Havel, port town where ships go to Endor. Endor's the place where Princess Alena had the tournament, and Talon opened his shop. Sorry, we're not open yet, so yeah, a lot of stuff happening in Endor. I'm Joy, thanks for coming to see me, but we're only open at night. So another town where nightlife is going to be important. The regulation has become more strict since the new king took over Keeleon. Got a bunch of people in jail. Here's the guy who actually did the gunpowder thing. I didn't disobey the king, I just accidentally ignited gunpowder near the room of the castle's council. The gunpowder I got in Timo Mine. Here, the sphere of science contains your magic spells of your opponent. This is a jail. Those who disobey the king of Keeleon are put in here. Let's wait for this monster to swing by. Yeah, so Akima is a kind of a very dull, dreary town. It's a mining town, but it's under a lot of bad things are happening in it. We'll learn why in the next chapter. But yeah, it's not a very pleasant place, and we'll see that when we get there. But that'll be in a future episode. Right now, I just want to shop around here, so we want to end up buying half-plate armor for Nara, and she'll also get the scale shield, and then we'll get the fur coat here for Mara. She can't use any of these shields, so we'll get a decent amount of equipment here. Okay, so we'll boost up our defense at first, and then we'll go by the weapon. Mara's actually going to get, both characters are going to get new weapons. Mara's going to, but hers is going to actually decrease her attack power. She'll end up getting, like, she'll end up getting a poison needle. It just has, like, no attack power, but it has the chance to potentially one-hit KO an enemy that it hits. We saw that in Dragon Warrior 3. That's how we were able to beat those bomb crag monsters really early with just the poison needle. Gain a lot of experience really early. So we're gonna grab that because most of the time Mara's starting to get a whole bunch of magic points now, and one of the enemies that I end up getting a lucky drop from actually drops a magic potion around here. So that helps. That'll help increase her, ability to cast spells because as we drink that magic potion and restore her magic points. So here's the ship to Endor, but we can't get on it just yet. We need a boarding pass. And won't be able to get one until much later in this chapter, basically at the end of the chapter. So let's just check around here, see if there's any other people on the side here. I don't think there is, but nope, nobody around this way. So we got a good walk. We got 10,000 steps in with our Fitbits. So. But yeah, now we'll end up buying a Morning Star, which is a good weapon. Cristo got that weapon back in chapter 2, and then Mara will end up getting that poison needle, and that'll be good because in chapter 5, when we kind of recruit all these heroes in like reverse order. So we're gonna get Cosmo, and then Cosmo's gonna recruit the two sisters first, and then we'll end up recruiting Tulum, and then Brey, Cristo, Alena, and then Ragnar, the final recruit. But one of the things, I guess, to level the hero up, get the hero to level up, fast compared to the other characters, because he's starting at level 1, and all these characters will be at like around level 13. There's going to be some areas where there are going to be some metal slimes, those enemies that give really good experience. So you can only hit them for 1 damage unless you use a critical hit. So the poison needle is actually beneficial to attack them because there's also that chance that the poison needle can instantly defeat them. And that'll help with a future grinding when we get Cosmo in our party. And that'll be next chapter. I fell in love with a girl. I'll marry her. Who's she? Her name is Joy. Joy's that girl that was in the cafe, who was like, we don't open it. We won't open at night. Come back later. So, yeah, but we don't have to really worry too much about wandering around outside because we have that lamp of darkness, and we can just use that to turn the day into night, and then we can head back to this town, see what it's like during the night, see if we can get some more information, and then also check out Keeleon Castle during the night. So we'll do that in the next episode, along with hunting a whole bunch of new monsters around this area. Take care. See you then. Bye.